Commercial flight operates under a strict engineering constraint. Despite the immense durability of modern materials, aircraft are built with a finite, mathematically calculated lifespan. For a standard commercial fuselage, that limit is carefully engineered to withstand between 50,000 and 75,000 pressurization cycles. Beyond that threshold, structural fatigue becomes statistically probable. Every time an aircraft climbs to cruising altitude, the interior is pressurized with breathable air. This forces the aluminum skin of the cabin to stretch outward like a balloon, and then contract back to its original shape as the plane descends. That inflation and deflation is compounded by other continuous stressors. The wings flex upward to support the weight of the fuselage. The engine turbines endure extreme thermal cycling, and the landing gear absorbs violent mechanical impacts upon every arrival. The resulting wear, tear, and corrosion are the expected, quantifiable physical costs of simply operating the machine in a harsh atmospheric environment. Every single flight ticks down a mathematical countdown clock on the structural integrity of the airframe. Managing that countdown transforms passenger safety into a rigorous exercise in mathematical accounting. To understand exactly how that clock ticks down, we have to look at the microscopic architecture of the aluminum skin, specifically at intersections like rivet holes and lap joints. These architectural intersections create what engineers call stress concentrations. As the cabin skin expands and contracts with each flight, the mechanical force focuses extreme physical pressure directly onto the edges of these tiny fasteners. Under that repeated cyclic loading, the metal begins to give way. The structural degradation starts as microscopic dislocations and microvoids in the material, completely invisible to the human eye. Over thousands of flight cycles, those microvoids link together, initiating a slow, incremental cracking process known as metal fatigue. Because this failure mechanism starts from the inside out, an aircraft component can maintain a perfectly pristine exterior appearance while harboring deep structural fatigue just beneath the surface. Relying solely on routine visual inspections to catch these cracks is scientifically inadequate. By the time a fatigue crack is large enough to be seen with the naked eye on the tarmac, the metal is already dangerously close to catastrophic failure. To combat this invisible fatigue, the aviation industry uses a specific engineering framework to map degradation over time and dictate exactly when a part requires attention. This is the potential failure curve, or PF curve. This chart shows the performance and structural condition of an aircraft component on the y-axis, plotted against the passage of time or flight cycles on the x-axis. The degradation of a part eventually crosses point P. This is the precise moment a potential failure becomes physically detectable by maintenance tools. If ignored, the condition curves toward point F. This represents total functional failure, the moment the component can no longer support its intended physical load. The critical window of time between first detection and total failure is known as the PF interval. The ultimate rule of aircraft maintenance is absolute discipline regarding this timeline. Maintenance interventions are scheduled and executed entirely within the green zone of the PF interval to prevent ever reaching point F. The complexity arises because different components traverse this curve at vastly different speeds. A titanium engine strut and a rubber seal degrade on completely separate timelines, requiring customized intervals for inspection. Modern aviation maintenance focuses on hunting down microscopic degradation inside the PF interval to preempt functional failure. The physics of the PF interval present a clear engineering incentive. Detecting a microscopic crack sooner artificially widens the safety window and buys the airline more time for a scheduled repair. To achieve this early detection, technicians rely on nondestructive testing, or NDT. These specialized methods interrogate the internal structural integrity of solid metals without causing any physical damage to the part itself. One effective method is ultrasonic testing. A technician sends high-frequency energy pulses directly through the metal. When the wave hits a hidden defect, it immediately bounces back to a surface sensor. By analyzing the speed and the angle of that returning echo, engineers determine the exact depth, shape, and size of a flaw hidden deep within the alloy. For surface-level fatigue that the eye might miss, technicians use eddy current testing. They pass an electromagnetic field through the metal's surface. Any tiny crack distorts that magnetic field, instantly revealing its location. Utilizing these NDT methods effectively shifts point P higher and further to the left on our curve. Finding defects while they are still microscopic significantly widens the window for safe intervention. These advanced diagnostics take the guesswork out of structural integrity, transforming potential catastrophic surprises into ordinary scheduled maintenance events. To know exactly when to apply these tests, the aviation industry aggregates failure data across massive global fleets. They continually refine the exact mathematical slope of the PF curve for every single part on the airframe. This data-driven philosophy is called reliability-centered maintenance. It uses statistical probability to determine how and when specific parts are inspected. Analysts track component degradation using 3 distinct metrics: flight hours to measure internal friction, flight cycles to track structural fatigue, and calendar time to account for corrosion. Tracking these metrics reveals stark differences between systems. Heavy mechanical parts degrade predictably and slowly. Avionics and solid-state electronics, however, experience almost no physical wear before failing suddenly and entirely without warning. This table shows the predictive monitoring suitability for different aircraft systems. Engine turbines show a high predictability score because their degradation can be measured through constant vibration analysis. Avionics score low because they offer almost no detectable warning signs. Reliability-centered maintenance matches our strategy to these physical realities. Turbines receive strict condition monitoring to catch degradation early. Avionics bypass the PF curve entirely, relying instead on heavy system redundancy so that a sudden failure simply triggers a backup. Aircraft maintenance schedules are massive, statistical data operations built to match the specific physical degradation profile of every subsystem on the aircraft. The physical realities of metal fatigue and data analysis are codified into rigid legal frameworks enforced by regulatory bodies like the FAA and EASA. The required inspection intervals, the meticulously scheduled A, B, C, and D checks, are hard-coded directly into an aircraft's type certificate. Complying with these checks is a legal operating limitation. Missing one automatically grounds the aircraft. For the most critical components, the law mandates a hard-time replacement process. Certain life-limited parts, such as primary landing gear assemblies or internal engine discs, must be completely removed from service the moment they reach their legal cycle limit, regardless of their current physical condition. This creates an operational mandate that can seem deeply counterintuitive. Mechanics are legally required to unbolt a perfectly functional, expensive hydraulic actuator and drop it into an overhaul bin. The logic behind this deliberate waste is rooted in statistics. Leaving a healthy-looking, life-limited part on the aircraft pushes it past its proven data profile, instantly introducing systemic unpredictability into the flight model. The aviation system willfully sacrifices the usable life of expensive components specifically to guarantee absolute mathematical certainty in the air. Under the extreme cyclic stresses of flight, all metals eventually fatigue and crack. The engineering countermeasure maps the laws of physics onto a rigid PF curve, using global data to dictate exactly when human intervention is statistically required. While